You take 3 nerds, whisk them together with 1 cup of Pokemon and a sprinkle of Mario, and what do you get? Episode 1 of the Fresh Baked Niche. Hi, I'm Patrick, your host, and this podcast will be about all the various forms of entertainment I consume, whether it be film, video games, or music. For this episode, my buddies Kash and Jimmy gave their thoughts on the 2025 Pokémon Presents, as well as our hopes and expectations for Mario Day. The unfortunate thing is that this was recorded prior to Mario Day, and as you can see, it didn't quite make it out in time. Regardless, please enjoy, and thank you. Well, gentlemen, to get into it, Jimmy, what's the game you've been playing recently?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing 2 games right now. One I just started last night. I've been playing the Legend of Heroes Trails series. So the newest one, Daybreak 2, just came out.
Cool.
And it's a kind of a long-spanning, I think there's like 12 entries so far, of the same world they've been building out. And I've been waiting for the translations to come out to the States. But yeah, it's a pretty good one so far. Not the best, but I'm having fun with it. And Split Fiction just came out yesterday. My sister and I just started playing it. So I'm having a lot of fun with that one. Every level is extremely creative. The sci-fi fantasy levels, it's like you're just constantly swapping from one to the other. And if you liked It Takes Two, I like this a little bit more than that. So I would honestly just say pick it up. Don't read too much into it. Go in blind. If you have a friend you want to play with, or yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Fantastic. Kash, you got anything you've been playing recently?
Right now I'm playing Dragon Ball Zero Sparking.
How's that been?
It's not too bad. It's not bad, but it could be better. A lot of stuff I'm nitpicky about it, since I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z previous installment back in 2007. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I think a lot of stuff they missed out on. And not a lot of game modes, to be honest. But it's pretty much like only like online play to carry the game, which obviously isn't enough. So I hope more stuff will come out with it.
Well, it's newer, so hopefully it'll get that chance.
How many Gokus are in the game at this point?
I can't keep count. I didn't even bother to keep count.
I feel like it's like Nintendo with Mario amiibos. It's just, yes, there's too many. Well, to round the corner, I've been playing Pokemon Shuffle on the 3DS again.
Nice.
Because I homebrewed my system, and I decided to use plugins to make it not easier, just accessible.
Right.
I gave myself infinite hearts, so I don't have to do that crap where you gotta wait 30 minutes just to play one more time. And honestly,
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that one small change honestly makes the game so much better to just be able to just keep trying the puzzles over and over again.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking of doing the same thing for the Pokemon Picross, because you get like to solve 2 puzzles and then it's just like, oh, you gotta wait a day. And
yeah, it's rough. And with like servers and stuff down, it's also nice when you can do things like, I don't know, give yourself the gems or the rupees or whatever to just, you know, hey, I want to use my guy's special power or whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
So like, some people I'm sure would argue that I'm cheating and taking the experience away from myself, but I'm just going to say I think I'm saving some time and honestly getting more out of the game than I would have otherwise.
Yeah. You'll probably enjoy it more.
I mean, I definitely have been. And I mean, there have certainly been those moments where it's like, okay, set all the items cost to free and just like cheese the puzzle. But for the most part, it's just like I could just keep trying it and doing other things. And it takes that weird weight out of it since it's basically just a mobile game anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that's been nice. Okie smoky. So Pokemon Presents 2025. I pulled up the actual video because I couldn't remember the order in which things happened. So what's everyone's thoughts on Concierge Season 2?
I really liked the first season. I just love the stop motion style they were using for that. And if I wasn't gonna say Gengar was my favorite Pokemon, Psyduck's a pretty close second because I used to get migraines all the time as a kid, so I was like, hey, that Pokemon's just like me. But yeah, I'm excited for this. It was cute.
I'm also very excited. I absolutely love the first season. I think it was the first Pokemon thing that my entire family was able to sit down and like enjoy together.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be honest. I think it was very heartfelt. Haru's just a really fun character.
Mm-hmm.
Kash, did you get an opportunity to see the show or not?
I saw snippets. He actually feels like a real character. You know how she interacts with Pokemon, so I can appreciate that a lot.
No, I mean for sure. I would recommend on YouTube they have the first 4 episodes for free. So I would definitely say give it a watch. Or next time we meet up, I could definitely show it to you. Jump ahead. Oh, Pokemon Go. I thought it was a weird announcement only because we had already been doing the global tour Unova stuff. And I think the event ended like literally a day or two after the Presents came out. So it just felt like a really big miss.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the next big thing for... Because they've already caught up with
Cub Fu.
Gen 9, right?
Well, so it's weird. Gen 9 isn't completely done, but they also never finished Gen 8 either.
Oh.
So they went backwards, started doing Gen 8, and like right now we're doing a Cub Fu event. I actually just got Cub Fu today.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's really cool. My only fear, though, is because you only have the one. You're going to have to pick your path again. It's like, oh crap, which one? But like, they could have made that announcement. I just feel like the Go Tour thing was just bleh. Okay, so raise your hand if you cared about the Master ZX announcement.
That again?
You know, the weird mobile title where you play as a person who meets all the characters from the anime and the video games.
Right. Yeah, nah.
Jimmy, did you ever touch that one?
Touch it. I scrolled past it when I was downloading Pokemon Go. But yeah, that's
different. But it's not enough to play the game on my phone of all things.
Yeah, if there was a Switch version, I might give it a better shot. But
I thought it was fine, but definitely it was. It didn't have enough for me to stay engaged, and maybe if it was a Switch title, I would have cared just a little bit more.
Right.
Because I mean, like, it's conceptually it's neat to like meet these characters and interact with them in like outside their games. Because my understanding is like they'll do like lore dump on you.
I don't like those.
Well, because like little things like Lusamine, I think, says something about after the protagonist beats her up in Sun or Moon, she talks about like reconnecting with her kids. It's just kind of wholesome. But then like you meet Adamane, who's weirdly in the future now or something. I don't know. Cafe Remix. We got Appleton and Flapple.
It's not that cafe game.
Yeah.
Cafe.
It's like knockoff Troze.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I re-downloaded the game. I started playing it just to try to get Appleton. It's fine.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. I'm happy for all the Pokemon Cafe fans out there.
Oh, this update I thought was the funniest thing ever. Darkrai and Pokemon Sleep. Anybody have
Pokemon of
Pokemon
of Eternal Nightmares?
The literal nightmare being is now in your game about getting 8 restful hours.
I think you gotta see it. Yeah, I think you gotta see a doctor if you see him show up after you wake up in the morning.
I just want to know the conditions to get it. Like, do you have to like lay in bed for 12 hours?
No, it's 1 hour of sleep. That's very disturbed.
Yeah, that was... I'm gonna be honest, I think good call from them to do that. Alright, Suicune with a shirt. Does anybody still play
What?
Unite?
I stopped playing that game. I actually deleted the app.
Yeah,
They just did so much stuff wrong. Balancing issues.
yeah. I mean, as far as
It's
MOBAs go, it was eh.
It was fun while it was, but
Yeah,
it's just too much that went wrong with it. Could have been better. Plus, they make you pay for so much stuff, it's not even worth it. Like, if
that's
you want
fair.
to enjoy the game,
Yeah. Jamie, did you touch Pokemon Unite at all?
No, I have a fear of MOBAs. Just like every time someone tells me about why they play a MOBA, it's usually like once you get used to like the horrible people making your life miserable online, you can have some fun after like 80 hours. It starts to kind of, and it's like nothing has ever sold me on the premise of the genre, but you know, again, I'm happy for like Suicune looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the shirt.
Yeah, look, as someone who used to be a really sweaty bot laner in League of Legends, I'll tell you this much: MOBAs are okay, and if you like them, awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like them. They're not my favorite anymore.
yes.
It's I think the most try hard of games.
That's what it seems like to me, yeah.
Because it's not like Smash Bros. Where like there's a competitive scene, but you can also have fun with it.
There is no casual MOBA.
Not really, no. Oh, this one I thought was weird. We got the third or fourth set for TCG Pocket.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. Because, like, we just got the last set, what feels like a few weeks, like, honestly, like a week or two prior to this. And now it's just like, oh, hey, here's the next one.
Yeah. It kind of feels like they're doing like the major, like you get a choice of like 2 or 3 packs for the major set. So it started out with like the Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo, and then they're going to do the minor one that's part of like the same overall set, with like the one mythical on it. So like it was Mew, and now for the Dialga Palkia, it's going to be the Arceus.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're getting at.
But yeah, like even the Mew one is still available. You can still drop cards from that pack.
Oh, I mean they're all still available. You can still go to the Charizard, Mewtwo, or Pikachu.
You can.
Oh yeah, those don't go away apparently.
Huh.
Probably because there's like rewards and stuff tied to them.
Yeah.
I just, as someone who is cracking packs daily, I feel like I'm not ever going to actually get to finish a set.
Yeah.
Because they just keep coming out.
I think that's what they're hoping for, though.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to dump real money into this game. Outside of, I do pay for the premium, but, you know. Speaking of TCGs, I guess they announced Megas are coming back to the actual physical TCG.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever. I kind of fell out of the TCG. It got really bloated to play, but also with product being like kind of scarce sometimes, and the way scalpers are, it's just not fun to really collect anymore either.
Yeah.
So you being like, ooh, look, here's this tantalizing new thing. It's just kind of like, meh. Ooh, speaking of meh, Scarlet and Violet, purple and red phone cases for free. I thought we already had purple and red phone cases.
Those purple and red phone cases?
Yeah, didn't we already have those for the Rotom phone?
No, we had the Scarlet and Blueberry. It's completely different.
It's fair.
Legally distinct red and blue.
Yikes. Yeah, no, that was whatever.
Oh, grapes.
It's some small fruit.
It's Stoneberry in the blue.
Look, man, the only thing I cared about in that game was the reveal that Clive wasn't actually Clive.
Wait, no spoiler warning on that one?
It's been like 3 years. I don't think you can be spoiled by it anymore. Oh, right. Also, the mouse outbreaks. Those were whatever. I do think that the mighty starter terror raids was interesting as a choice.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we were onto something with the shiny Rayquaza.
I liked that one.
I had a ton of fun, and I liked that it was like a month long to do it.
Yeah, and it wasn't the hardest raid ever.
I wish it was a little harder. Not a
Yeah.
ton, just a little.
It was honestly easier than a lot of the 5-star ones I've done.
Yeah.
Or some of the ones we attempted, 7-star starters.
Yeah.
But like that was cool, but then all of a sudden it's just like, no, we're not going to do anything like that again.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why not give us more shiny legendaries?
Yeah, it's also just a really like interesting distribution method.
Well, yeah, because you got to like earn it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's still like you have to have a pulse while obtaining the item.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of like, strategizing to some extent. And honestly, this would be a good way of doing things. Maybe they could have given us Deoxys or something.
Yeah, I built Espeon for the first time playing that raid too.
Oh, that's definitely been the big thing, is just like using mons you normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, oh crap. I don't remember who it was, but I know I had to use like Orthworm. And it was like, you know what? He's not that bad of a Pokemon. I just would never have used him otherwise.
That's a fun look, though.
Oh, I mean, Earth Eater is cool. It's just, it doesn't come up enough.
I'm just glad it's not all Iron Hands again. Like the very beginning of Scarlet and Violet multiplayer, you go into a multiplayer raid, it's just you're with 3 Iron Hands, regardless of the type matchup.
Hold on, once in a while you'd get an Azumarill.
True.
Okay, I think this is going to be a really big one here. How did we feel about Pokemon Sweaty, also known as Champions? I'm excited.
I want to see how it works, because like it seems interesting to have like a separate app designed for multiplayer, like the competitive scene, but
like a dedicated VGC app, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
Because it's from what it sounds like, it's going to be Stadium, but modern. And that has so much potential.
Yeah.
Explain to me how that works.
What do you mean?
This is my first time hearing about Pokemon Champions. I don't understand how it works. Like, are you drawing with cards? Are you choosing random Pokemon?
So we don't know how it works because the trailer didn't really show anything. It was just kind of an announcement of it existing. But from the sounds of it, it's going to function like Stadium, where you maybe like rent a team.
Oh.
Or possibly you can rent several different Pokemon and kind of build a team from that. There's also
so that's the case. Yeah, that's the case. They should, definitely pull a Pokemon Stadium with how you could port your Pokemon from your game system.
Well, you can. Because there's home connectivity, so you should be able to connect, at least from what they're showing, Pokemon Go and what was it, Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
Right.
So you can use your own Pokemon, and it seems cool. I also like that they showed off like Megas and Terrestrialization in the same space.
I feel like the week it launches, there's going to be something broken about the game. Like you're going to be able to use Terra Electric Shedinja with a balloon item. They're not going to account for something, and I'm excited to see what it is.
Well, I mean, the funny part is Terra Electric Shedinja with a air balloon, I think, is still susceptible to Sandstorm.
That's true.
weather inflicting anyway.
Yeah. So, but I like the fact that it could be real.
Yeah.
Unless they do limit it, because the problem is if it only can connect to Pokemon through Go. I mean, I guess no, he's in Go, so never mind. I was gonna say because it's only one's through like Scarlet and Violet. He's not in there, but he is in Go. So
yeah.
But that's the other thing, though, is held items, because you can't transfer those into home or out of home. So are you limited to what champions will give you? So that's. I mean, we need more information. I think that's definitely, the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Conceptually, though, I love this. I love this so much.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what it ends up being.
Oh, for sure. I also like that you can play on your phone. That seems pretty cool. Jumping ahead, I can't find it. This is technically an update. I like how there's now 2 different versions of Spanish that Pokemon can be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the Brazilian crowd get really upset that it wasn't getting made into Brazilian, but
I did see a lot of Brazilian posts after the launch.
To be fair, Brazil has a huge population of gamers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is just kind of a thorn in their side of just like, well, you're the biggest media conglomerate on the planet. Please give us proper ports of your games.
Yeah.
One day, maybe.
But not today.
Not today, no. We need Spanish too. Okay, well then that takes us to, I think, the biggest thing, and I would argue the most exciting thing of the entire Direct, Legends ZA.
Yeah.
So I guess, Kash, let's start with you on this one. What are your thoughts overall of Legends ZA from what we've now seen?
I was expecting it to be bigger in the scheme of the map. I didn't know it was going to be based just in the city itself, based on the title Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it'd be a much bigger map.
I mean, okay, fair enough.
Increasing the size of it, of one area. So as y'all mentioned, catacombs, sewers, possibility maybe.
No, yeah, for sure. Jimmy, your thoughts on ZA?
Yeah, I'm still happy with it. Arceus has been my favorite kind of modern game so far. I guess post pixel art to 3D models.
Okay.
And I just I think my favorite action has always been completing the Pokedex. And for people who like the battle systems a lot more, I could see you kind of being feeling like you're missing out on some of the mechanics. But for me, the core of what I love about Pokemon was all in Arceus, and I am hoping that I get the same feeling when I'm end up playing it. Maybe they do an underground, either subway system that's abandoned, and a bunch of the gross Pokemon are living in that area. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'd how I'd feel about living in the Grimer area of the city.
Fair.
But yeah, also love that Megas are coming back. Mega Gengar is going to be star on my team.
My hope is that the Pokemon community will shut up for at least a while because Megas are finally being brought back.
The problem is there are so many groups of people that would need to shut up on the Pokemon community. It's only a small fraction of them are going to be satiated by this.
I just we're getting Megas, we're getting real-time battles, we're getting what seems to be the most fleshed out and detailed city to date.
Yeah.
I feel like there's very little room to be upset with this title.
Did either of you play the Pokemon Detective Pikachu games?
Nope.
So, I'm not sure if they're worth playing if you haven't, but the second Detective Pikachu kind of had the same feel of you're in a city for most of the game. I'm wondering if that was just kind of a dry run of them designing a metro area.
Interesting thought. That could be the case. I was going to play it, but then I heard that it basically had the exact same story as the movie. So then I just didn't get
what happened.
Yeah. You didn't hear wrong.
Oh, cool. So I wasn't misled. It's because the second they were just like, it's the movie without Ryan Reynolds, I'm like, oh, okay.
So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine then, I guess. So how do we feel about the live battling? Because I think it's the most ambitious thing they've done in a long time.
We're almost there to actually play as our Pokemon in battle. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, there was a fan trailer based on Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, where you get to play as your Pokemon in battle.
I don't remember that, but that's... Well, I was having some hopes because of the synchronization thing in Scarlet and Violet, that we'd actually get this chance to like be our Pokemon.
Make that separate. Make that a separate thing in its own self, like Battle Tower. Make it its own separate system. I'd be down with that.
Maybe.
It's all set in the city. What about Legendary?
So, that is a great question. We've seen Zygarde just kind of hanging out on rooftops, so I'm just going to assume he's everywhere. And I'm... Yeah. Because my theory, I don't know if you two agree with this or not, my concept at this point is Zygarde's whole thing is to protect, like, nature or whatever. And if he's hanging out in Lumio City and, like, all of him is there, there's a good chance that maybe the Lumios Tower is being used as the next super weapon, and maybe Xerneas and or Yveltal are, like, underneath of it. And he's just kind of gearing up for World War III or whatever.
I'm thinking you got to break him out of the zoo.
Maybe.
All the legends, they're in the zoo. You got to break them out.
Just like a quick boss rush to just get them all.
Yeah. Get a weird gear.
Theories?
Do what?
Any theories about villains in the game?
I don't think Jet or Vinny are the actual bad guys. But
what about Lysander? How like having an ancestor?
So I think it'd be neat if Lysander had an ancestor. I just don't know who it would be, but it would be kind of nice if they tried to like reprise his goals. Unless this is
kind of did the
oh, sorry.
I was going to say they kind of did the opposite with Arceus, where the ancestors of the antagonist was the protagonist in Arceus, or like on the good side in Arceus.
Yeah.
With what was her name? She was like the head of the investigation team.
I don't remember. I just remember her having major resting bitch
Cyrus.
face.
The ancestor of Cyrus.
Because she was the good one, and then
Volo.
Cynthia, her ancestor ended up being like a dude obsessed with
Volo.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to do the same thing again, where like maybe roles are reversed for the ancestors or maybe descendants of this in the future.
See, that could be the case, because I don't remember the name. I heard in a recent thing that the Urbane or Tawny might be the relative to some guy who helped Lysander.
Yeah.
And they're like super obsessed with like helping Pokemon and people, so the question then becomes, who is the bad guy?
If there is one.
Yeah.
I would assume there is. I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic, but let's be honest, it's a Pokemon game. It feels weird if there isn't like a big bad. I don't think it's going to be Jet.
Scarlet and Violet, though?
Bullying. was the bad.
Hold on. Bullying and also Robot Professor.
AI gone wrong.
Like, but yeah, no, you're right. Bullying was definitely the bad guy there. Although the
Was that
truest,
his own arc?
I mean, it was part of the story. Technically took up 1/3 of it. I mean, the Paradox Pokemon, I think, was the more pressing issue, but
That was fun.
I'd honestly say sandwich ingredients. That's up there too.
well, to be fair, if you didn't keep your living weapon fed, I think it would definitely just tear up Paldea. Which, you know what? Kudos to them. They made a legendary kind of cute in the fact that it just wanted to, have a sandwich and just hang out.
Yeah.
I'm
Just like me.
proud of them for that.
I know some people are buffered about that, having legendary right off the bat.
Yeah, not as much of like a surprise at the end when you do get to that point.
Right.
See, it's fascinating because I actually never heard anybody complain about the fact that one of your big fights is with your own legendary. And it's just like, huh. They really just copy and pasted the same dude. But that's fine.
When that battle through plot armor and friendship.
But friendship is magic.
Not a winnable battle. That was not a winnable battle.
Hey man, I'm just happy they were able to bring back that really bad mechanic from Let's Go, where your Pokemon's functionally immortal as long as it loves you.
I reminds me of a terminal montage video. For like a battle royale between
The starters.
Upouts. Yes, that one.
Yeah, because the Pikachu
Right,
was
and the
untouchable.
Pikachu and Lazy Kid.
Although, I will say, I do wish they'd bring that feature back where Pokemon would be like, oh, it toughed it out because it likes you or something.
Mm-hmm.
But not to the extent of Let's Go, where it's, oh yeah, no, you're on your last guy, he has 1 HP, but also you can't lose here, so...
That in Scarlet and Violet? I didn't notice that.
No, it wasn't in Scarlet and Violet, I don't think.
Uh,
They might have
They
done
bring back hyper training.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Oh, is that the little punching bag mini game from like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, X and Y?
I was thinking about I think it was soccer.
It might have been soccer in X and Y.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Was it Sun and Moon where you just loaded them up on jelly beans?
Yeah, the Poke Paradise or whatever that was called.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
That was actually cute. I didn't mind that.
Yeah. You send them on little errands.
I thought it was. I mean, I liked that one just because I thought it was cutesy in the sense where it's just like, oh, Magikarp is watering the plants, or Machamp is in the mines.
Poor Machamp.
Yeah, but he's got to get them beans.
I don't think I'd want beans from a mine.
I feel like I wouldn't want beans that were from a mine that also my now sweaty Machamp is holding. I mean, thankfully you're not eating them, but that's still just disconcerting. Oh, here's actually a hot button topic as of late for Legends CA. How do we feel about the fedora?
I don't like it.
Is it required?
Immediately gonna switch off.
I'm hoping
I hope not.
that you can customize your character, and I'm hoping that that's not the only option.
Okay, like what if you take the hat off?
The stylish as an X and Y.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you take the hat off though? Your character's got a huge bald spot.
Honestly,
I don't think they're
amazing.
kids.
You could be a child with a bald spot. It's unfortunate.
There's the god of darkness in this game. Of course, you can have a kid who goes bald. It's not that unrealistic.
This is the generation where we find out that there's now a radiation Pokemon.
I'm saying,
You
This
know,
kid grew up too close to the original weapon.
That's your origin story. You were just
It's
too
killing me.
close.
How do you feel
Yikes.
about our rivals, by the way?
I don't like their names, but outside of that, I think they're fine.
And the fact we can't choose between the two.
Yeah, I also think that's a little bogus.
Is it going to be like whatever the opposite of the character you pick is?
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Which is...
I'm mostly always playing the girl.
Yeah.
I think it's very limiting. I mean, it's... why even have the choice at that point? You know what I mean? Like, just do what you did in, like, I don't know, every other game as of late and just be like, okay, no, here's Hop, here is your guy.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who you are, it's always this guy.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a more fleshed out character if they're not just the same character with different designs.
Yeah, because that it feels like original X and Y, where it was just like, are you the boy or the girl? Whichever one you aren't, they are.
Yeah.
So I think like more than one rival.
I mean, honestly, I feel like we should almost go back to maybe like a black and white situation where there's like kind of two rivals.
Yeah.
Because you had, I don't remember their names, Bianca and the other one.
Bianca and Cher.
That's his name.
But Cher is more of a rival compared to Bianca.
Well, yeah, because he actually like battled and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And became a gym leader in the second installment of Black and White.
And Bianca just disappeared.
I thought she was a researcher.
I don't remember. I didn't play those games.
You didn't play Black and White?
I didn't play Black, White, Black 2, or White 2. That was when I fell out of Pokemon, was for exactly that generation.
Gotcha.
And then I managed to get back into it right at X and Y.
There's just something about Pokemon Black and Black 2 that, like, the music in those games is, like, my favorite. The low health music, I'm not sure if you've ever heard it. It is the best low health music in the series.
Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, I have a copy. I'll just have to give it a listen sometime.
Yeah, give it a listen. Get your Pokemon on low health life support and just jam out.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll just go. Wait, hold on. I think a black with the GameStop shiny Giratina in it, and that's like the only Pokemon I have. So I'll just like let him get wailed on for a bit.
What more do you need?
Damn. So speaking of megas, by the way, do we think we're going to get all of them in this game, or do we think we're just going to get a couple? Because, like, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire did happen, and it did give us more megas.
Are they going to make them for the starters, or are they going to be variants like in Legends?
I'm hoping both.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like, regional form plus they mega, I think would be amazing. Although, I did hear an alternative theory that they will just purely get an alternative form, and then you will at some point in the story get an original Kalos starter, and then those will have a mega.
That would kind of be like X and Y was, where like you didn't get a mega evolution for your starter in X and Y, but then the Gen 1 starter you get to pick from the professor ended up getting a Mega Stone.
Yeah, so I think it'd be kind of nice if they followed like those kind of beats.
Yeah.
Although
that'd be fine.
It would be kind of nice though if the starter actually got to use like the battle mechanic for that generation.
That said, though, Greninja does not need a mega.
I mean,
Charizard, but here we are.
Hey man, I'm holding out for Charizard Z at this point.
The most plausible megas. How do you feel about the theory that the protagonists are Sycamore's kids?
I like that theory, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
It would, I think, also explain, because it was pointed out, if you watch the trailer, when your character's getting off the train station and they're picking their first starter Pokemon, they already have the Keystone bracelet. So, like, if you were Sycamore's kid, maybe he gave that to you, like, in preparation. Unfortunately, that's just a theory at this point. We won't know till we know.
Yeah, I'm also thinking timeline-wise, like, if in Sun and Moon they already had so many of those Mega Stones that they were handing them out in Hawaiian resorts. Like, I feel like back in Kalos, they have to have, like, enough for everyone at this point.
Well, because with Mega Stones... Oops, sorry, what were you saying?
How about Jake fit in the timeline then? Between Sun and Moon, Scarlet and so on and so forth. Where would you place
Hard to tell.
in the entire franchise?
I'm not sure I'm equipped to answer that question, but the, like, kind of cyber locked areas of the city, I feel like it's going to be a little bit in the future. Might be the newest game, I guess, like in the timeline.
Yeah, my guess would be like it's like our time now, but their equivalent. Although at the same time, it's one of those things where, if I remember correctly, every Pokemon game is its own universe. So time is also very relative.
Yeah.
Which I'm so happy they created the concept of a multiverse and then only did something with it once in Sun and Moon. Specifically Ultra Sun and Moon with the wormholes.
Do they have like there's like the one theory that like there are certain games that one detective guy is a part of.
Looker.
All are one of the multiverses, right?
Yeah, Looker. That's
Looker.
Which he might be confirmed for this game, actually. That little blurb at the end where it was like special signal incoming or whatever. Some fans noticed that it looks just like Looker's bedroom from X and Y.
Nice.
So there's a chance we could be seeing Mr. Interdimensional Police himself. Which honestly would be kind of cool, because if we do, I'm pretty sure he had like a post-game thing with some girl that he like saved or something. So maybe we'll get to see her. But I'm not certain. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have a lot to go on in this 3-minute trailer.
You think we're going to see anything else down the line before the game releases?
So I'm crossing my fingers for on the April 2nd Switch 2 trailer, the Direct.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe they'll show us a little bit more, because I'm pretty sure the Switch 2 is what's been holding this thing hostage this whole time.
Yeah.
And I could see them honestly maybe giving us in that Direct maybe just a little bit more information on this game, since this feels almost like a launch title.
Yeah.
Or at minimum, because I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but I'm thinking Switch 2 comes out like mid-June, if not early July, and then this will be their big holiday title.
That would do it for me.
I just think logistically it works. The only issue I'm seeing with Legends ZA being a holiday title is that next year is their 30th anniversary, and we should also be seeing Generation 10 at that point. But, maybe it's also a winter release, and that'll give us at least a year or so to play with Legends ZA. Hard to tell.
They had that period of time where they did like 3 in a row. Like it was Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Then like a couple months later was Legends Arceus. And then a couple months later was Scarlet and Violet, right?
Yeah, I think that was a fluke in their just scheduling. But yeah, that was like literally it was BDSP in November.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Legends Arceus like on Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
And then Generation 9 that November.
Yep. So like almost within one calendar year, there were 3 separate releases.
Yeah, which is insane considering we got arguably the most okayest Pokemon game being BDSP.
Yeah.
We got one of the most ambitious titles ever with Arceus, and then we got Scarlet and Violet, which was a buggy mess, but I think in the end of the day, I think it was a fine title.
Also got bugs.
Which
Yeah.
I never experienced any bugs or issues.
I don't think tried it.
No, I lied. I experienced one bug. I was in the beginning cave area, and a young goose clipped me out of the map.
I like seeing Pokemon just fall off like edges into the abyss. Like I think I got a reporting somewhere about a Go-Go falling into the ocean.
Oh, yikes.
Poor guy. Did they have a swimming animation for that Go-Goat, or was he just like...
Nope.
I like to think he just clipped through the ocean and just disappeared.
Several falling. Pretty falling.
Yeah, so we'll see. Oh, here's a thought. What if Mr. Candy comes back from Scarlet and Violet and he's in Legend ZA, and that's how we get our legendaries again?
Huh?
I'd say, Jimmy, did you do that part of the DLC?
Yeah, it was like the Indigo Disc. He was the guy that was like,
Yeah.
if you were doing all those commissions, you got like the in-game locations where you could just go, and there was a legendary chilling back in
Yeah,
the mainland. Yeah.
And he'd tell you a funny little anecdote of like, when I was a boy, I swam across the ocean. Also, Suicune was there.
Yeah, I still have to finish a couple, because I didn't do enough of the co-op ones yet. So I have to finish up, I think, Necrozma I still have to catch.
Gotcha. If you need help with that, just reach out. I mean, I have no issues getting on.
Yeah, I'd definitely take you up on that.
I like doing some BBQs.
Yeah, I might jump back into Scarlet and Violet and try to get I always wanted a shiny Metagross.
Okay.
And I feel like what's that?
Those are hard to come by, let alone hard to catch.
Yeah, I might do the Masuda method for that, because I'd want to get in one of those like luxury balls, like the gold and black ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it would be a lot harder to try to catch a shiny with that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would be, because I don't think their capture rate's like very high.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they like just slightly better than a Pokeball?
Yeah, I think
about
the
the
only
same?
thing it does is like it makes your friendship with the Pokemon higher.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah.
Plastic or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's. No, I mean, I definitely sit there and help you or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, my next big question is: any hopes for Mario Day on Monday?
Mario Day.
Because it is his 40th anniversary.
Is it the 40th?
I think so. Hold on.
It doesn't feel like it was like the 35th already.
Was that 2020?
Hold on. I might be off base, but I want to say it is like their 40th anniversary now.
Like to serve a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
Well, because if anybody remembers like the 35th anniversary where they basically didn't do a whole lot. Come on. There we go. Mario Day, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what I'm looking for. As a friendly reminder, you can, on the website, redeem your platinum points for a chance to win a all-expense travel trip to Orlando, Florida to go to Super Nintendo World.
Is that finally opening up here?
That one's been open in Florida. The one in California, I think, might still be under development. But they are running a contest right now where you can get 4 people, yourself and 3 friends. They will fly you to Florida and back from Florida, and they will give you 4 nights in some hotel. All expense paid.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
It to be true.
I mean, I entered for it. I'm crossing my fingers.
How much platinum point did you sacrifice?
It wasn't much. It's like 10 platinum points per entry, and it's only up to 5 entries, so it was like 50 points.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it does look like I was correct that this is their 40th anniversary, so hopefully they will do something big.
Yeah, I hope so.
More than, I think they're doing like a Super Mario Wonder themed Switch or whatever.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not a theme Switch, it's just a Switch with Mario Wonder bundled in with it. And also online for like a bit.
A couple days.
I think it's like 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Also, a number of Mario themed games are $20 off.
Pretty nice.
So I think like Odyssey, Wonder, Princess Peach Showtime, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Yeah.
I messaged you separately. I was like, there's a chance they might like relist the things they took down 5 years back with like the Super Mario All-Stars. Maybe do like a month or so of the Super Mario 35 backup.
You sent that in the group chat. No, I thought that was a really solid idea. That'd be kind of cool if they did that again.
Yeah.
I think it'd actually be really cool. For a limited time, they brought back the 3D All-Stars.
Yep. Include Galaxy 2 this time.
Oh, yikes. I mean, I'd be down, but then at that point, I feel like they're going to charge you like $80 for it.
Yeah. I'm wondering, you could probably cut out 64 now that that's part of the like the Nintendo Switch Online.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Alternatively, knowing Nintendo, what they're going to do is they're going to give us 3D All-Stars 2, and it's going to be just Odyssey and Mario Galaxy 2. Which wouldn't be the end of the world. It would just be really weird.
Like F-Zero? Tetris?
What, Mario 99?
Something like that.
Wasn't that what Mario
know
35 was, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, that was pretty much the same thing. But it was like a temporary thing, like a year only, and then they shut it down.
Gotcha. I just know it was cool that it was like, I can compete in Mario with my friends.
It became like really gimmicky though. Like you get to send enemies from the current stage you're on into whatever.
Yeah.
So people would go to the underwater stages just so they could send like the worst enemies to the other people who were running the game.
Oh, I remember getting like absolutely trolled with people just sending like a million bloopers.
Yeah, that sucked.
Oh, you know what'd be really sick?
What's that?
A new version of Mario 35, but it's called Mario 40, and it's the lost levels.
Ooh.
So it's harder.
I don't think I need that hard of a game when I have everyone else playing against me.
That's fair. Maybe.
But yeah, no, I feel like there's some people sick enough out there that need that the death run.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping they do something big. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping there's like a secret direct or something. Not necessarily just to announce like anything new, but just to at least acknowledge the fact, hey, Mario's 40 years old now.
Yeah.
This 50-year-old Italian man is now 40.
And I feel like they got to do a direct at some point to let us know what the last like couple of Switch 1 games are going to be.
My assumption is that that's going to be like their summer direct. Since they don't do E3 anymore, that's my assumption, is that kind of like you know how the 3DS had basically its last time on a direct.
Yep.
I have a feeling this summer they'll just be like, hey, here's like the last lineup of Switch titles.
They were still doing 3DS games like pretty far into the Switch life cycle, though.
Yeah, it was
like 2019. We were still getting like a Kirby game, Fire Emblem, a couple level 5 games.
Yeah, so I'm sure it'll be a bit, because I don't think they're ever going to abandon the Switch, truthfully.
Yeah.
Like
150 million of them, you said.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the most sold consoles of all time at this point.
Yeah.
No reason not to, keep riding that high horse. And it's not like the Switch 2 can't run those games either.
Yeah, with backwards compatibility.
So, like, I guess that's like the one cool thing compared to, say, like, yeah, when the 3DS and the Switch were running together, you had to buy one or the other, but now it's, hey, this thing is going to be on Switch. Oh, cool. Well, it's now also on Switch too. Thanks. Although, it's going to be weird when we finally get, like, Switch 2 only titles. Because, like, theoretically, we're getting Odyssey 2.
No, Odyssey.
When I want to know...
Making Switch 2 and games.
Yeah. Well, I want to know how they're going to distinguish the two, because I don't know about y'all. I wasn't a big fan of like the weird little tumor off the side of my 3DS games.
Yeah, to prevent it from going in the old slot.
Yeah, because it was just like, this is a weird choice. Because, like, they got to do something to make it different, but at the same time, like, what could you do without making it look weird? But
under the edges.
What if they're just taller?
Oh, that'd be so neat.
No, you know what? What if no, that's a bad idea. Never mind. I'm abandoning that thought. I was gonna say, what if they gave us like a new version of the e-reader that you have to plug into the top USB-C port and then slowly scan your game in through data codes? You gotta scan like 500 amiibo to load your game in.
Oh gosh.
Hey, at least it'll finally validate their existence. Which
I think we were talking about it for the Switch 2 at one point.
Well, yeah, because for the Switch 2, it is confirmed that in the right Joy-Con there is an NFC reader.
Yep.
So
and Wi-Fi 6. So
I did hear Wi-Fi 6. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I am hoping with Amiibo, hopefully that we'll get, like, I don't know, better support. Like, I don't think you should lock, like, exclusive fundamental content behind them, but I never saw an issue with, like, how Smash Bros. Did it, where it's like, hey, this is my little buddy, I'm going to teach how to play the game.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have him be better than me. Like, that was cool. Do that for whatever the next Mario Kart is.
We need more details. Especially why they changed Donkey Kong's design.
I don't think it's terrible. It's weird.
I think they're going back, like, to the classics.
You think?
Yeah, like the old
Like,
box
if you
art.
remember way back when, Donkey Kong Jr., like something like that.
Well, that's interesting though, because Donkey Kong Jr. became Donkey Kong.
Right.
Oh god, do you think they're doing that again? Like, this new Donkey Kong was actually the old Diddy Kong or something weird? I don't know. I
Are
can
they
see
sending Donkey Kong to the home?
that.
Is that going to be the next 3D Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong 3D. He's now cranky. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe one day. We'll see. Because, I mean, wasn't the same team who made Odyssey supposed to be working on a 3D Donkey Kong title?
That's what I heard.
I mean, they said that like 5 years ago, I thought. I could be wrong. I might be misremembering. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, anybody else have any hopes or dreams for Mario Day? Or
The other thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was gonna say the one thing I was hoping for they already did. I was like, Switch Online, if they could throw like a couple more games on there that were maybe Mario themed. And it looks like they just did the Donkey Kong 94 for the Game Boy and the Mario's Picross. So I'm happy there, I guess. A little bit early, but
yeah, I mean, I agree. Could have probably waited till Monday, but that's fine. Kash, any
what to expect? Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect yet. I'm only focused on Mario Kart right now.
I mean, if we're lucky, maybe they'll give us more information. I mean, I doubt it, but it'd be cool. Because we still got a month until the Switch 2 Direct.
yeah, I hope this Mario Kart has like a campaign, maybe kind of like a Diddy Kong Racing or something like that.
I heard a really cool theory that's maybe the direction they're going to go, and that's why that map we saw was kind of so wide and open, is that maybe like...
Yeah.
Because the theory I heard is that maybe this generation will do Wonder Seeds. So maybe like the boss will grab like a Wonder Seed and like transform, and then you can like fight the transform boss or something. I think the one I heard was like Bowser goes tank mode.
Yeah.
And so you gotta like fight a giant tank Bowser out in the middle of the desert. But you know, I mean, solid theory. I think that'd be cool. I was actually hoping that we wouldn't get another Mario Kart, and I was kind of hoping we'd get like Nintendo Kart.
Yeah, like Smash, but for racing.
Yeah, because then like, you know, you could bring in like Kirby, you could bring in Captain Falcon or whatever. You could make it
All Stars. I like a whole racing game with their Sega characters.
Yeah, something like that would be nice. I mean, honestly, with the fact that they were able to license so many video game characters for Smash Brothers, it's almost a surprise they haven't figured a way to like do that with Mario Kart. Or is it that they'd be too powerful at that point?
Yeah, like the furthest thing out. Sorry.
I'm just venting. I just want Rare. Bring back Rare.
No, Microsoft's going to sit on it until the day it rots. Conquer will forever.
Pirate game.
What?
They have that pirate game.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I forget that they do that one.
Yeah, no, I definitely miss the rare Nintendo days of like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. I played a little bit of Donkey Kong 64 on the Wii U, and I still had fun with that. I know it's like kind of convoluted with having like the Switch characters every time, and there being like 2,000 collectibles or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still fun.
I liked Banjo-Kazooie. I thought it was cool. Donkey Kong Country definitely wasn't bad. I think Conker's Bad Fur Day was interesting of a choice.
Never played that one actually.
I didn't play it either, but I did watch, like, way back in the day. I think I watched, like, a Chugga Conroy video where he played the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool. It was interesting seeing a child-friendly company tackle doing, like, an M-rated game.
So many references about movies,
I think that's
like
partially
The
what
Matrix.
bit it in the butt.
Really? I thought that was cool.
No, I mean, I thought it was cool, too. I just don't know if they would do that kind of thing nowadays, because I think it would just, skirting the line a little bit there. But unfortunately, since Microsoft owns them, I don't think it's going to be anything ever again. Wait, was Battletoads rare?
No, it was another studio they got to do that port, or like the new arcade game.
There's a new one.
Yeah. They came out with like a Battletoads 2 years ago or so.
Oh, crap. Dude.
Yeah, Rare right now, the only thing they're working on is maintaining the Sea of Thieves with like new content, and they're working on Everwild, which has apparently restarted development a couple times now.
What is that?
They don't know either.
Okay.
It was one of the big things at the first like Xbox presentation. They were like laying out the Series X gen, and it's like, from there we're going to work on Everwild. It's going to be this game with here's just a picture of a person with some nature.
I have to say, I just went to their website and found it. It's just like a weird skull with people looking at it.
Funny
Huh.
if Mario Day was Wario Day.
Ooh,
Like a whole
takeover.
promotion for that. Yeah.
Okay, see, I would be so down if they were to do that, only if they were to do like an actual direct and at the end they announced a new Wario Land.
That'd be good.
I think Wario definitely should get a little bit more love than he does.
Yeah. Which, like, he still gets, like, he has 2 series that he's in. Like, the WarioWare games, we got 2 of them this gen.
Yeah. My big holdout right now is the fact that they've been porting all those Wario Lands to Nintendo Online, so it makes me wonder if we're going to get, like, a new title from them at some point.
Well, you know what? I got a pitch for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be the generation they have the power of, like, a PS4 or something. Wario becomes their Last of Us. You get that cinematic backdrop, goes in behind the shoulder camera. Wario has like a kid that follows him around.
You know,
Hey.
I can weirdly see
He's
it.
a treasure hunter technically, so
Okay, so to add to your pitch, what if the child following him around is like a prince and he's trying to get him back home for like a major reward?
Yeah, like do they have male royalty in any of the Mario games? Is that just not a thing?
Prince Florian.
Prince Florian, okay.
Like the one time we got a not. Well, hold on, that's not true. Prince. Ah, crap! I lost his name. From Mario and Luigi. Crap. Just give me a second.
no superstar talking sure.
Prince Peasley, that's his name.
Hmm.
So we've had 2. At least.
Well, there's going to be a third.
Well, hold on. 2, not counting the Koopalings, who are technically princes.
What?
Well, because Bowser is a king, therefore his children are princes and princesses. Which, I mean, you know, Roy is my favorite, so him being a prince is kind of cool. Actually, isn't Gino a prince, or no?
I don't know if they fleshed that out.
Because isn't he like a star child or some weird thing?
Yeah, it was like a star came down, went into a puppet. He had a mission, you know?
Yeah.
That happens, so.
Yeah. I feel like everyone was talking about Gino from the Mario RPG, but not enough people were giving Mallow any credit. I think Mallow was my favorite party member in that game.
I think he had a lot of potential, and I think he just needed that little extra push to do that growing he needed to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, I thought he was endearing because he was just like, oh, he's literally just a dorky little kid who doesn't know, you know, anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then to find out,
So,
like, no, he's...
Sid from Adventure Time, in a sense.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I just think, like, he was, like, really coming into his own, and after he saved his parents and stuff, it was like, oh, he's done some growing up. But then he still acted like a big crybaby. Also, I looked it up. So, Gino is a doll that was inhabited by a thing known as a Star Warrior.
Okay.
Which is also, weirdly, the tagline used for Kirby and some of his friends. They're also Star Warriors. So now I'm just a little confused. But that's okay. But no, I do agree. Mallow was cool. I thought he was fine. Now, I'm assuming that we can't reuse those characters because of Square Enix.
Yeah, either you'd have to get permission or
Like,
hope they don't sue.
buy the rights to them, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the alternative there. Which, like, I mean, to be fair, Nintendo is the powerhouse they are. I'm surprised they haven't done that already. Actually. Yeah, okay, no, I just verified it. Yeah, Square Enix does still own Gino, and I'm assuming Prince Fluff, so it's just like, why doesn't Nintendo just acquire them?
Maybe they tried.
Yeah.
Maybe. One day. In the meantime, I'm of the opinion that we should get a Princess Daisy game.
Or, you know, more princess games in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a ton of fun with Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime was awesome. From when I played of it, just having all the different, completely different games within each costume.
Yeah.
Like you're playing a detective game, you're playing a samurai game.
I think it was definitely a step in the right direction compared to the Super Princess Peach title on the DS.
Yeah.
Like, that one wasn't bad, but it was just like, oh, it's a 2D platformer with some, like, rough elemental powers. Like, okay, fine. This one was definitely more fleshed out. I know some people complained about the repetitiveness of it, but I honestly thought going from, like, play to play to play, because each one was a little bit different, it felt nice to get through it. Because it wasn't, like, stagnant at any point.
Yeah.
Do what? Alright. Oh, you know what'd be really sick is if they give us Mario Maker 3 announcement.
Yeah.
Not actually give it to us, just tell us that it's happening, for sure. Maybe also bring back amiibo costumes, that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, that was a big part of the first one, right?
No, yeah, that was a huge thing with the first one. Because, like, I remember in the dorms that year when that happened, we a couple of us sat down and we took a challenge of we grabbed a random amiibo and then we made a stage built around like that character.
Nice.
And it was just like a nice little experimental thing, and it was like, oh, this is cool.
Oh, yeah.
But then they got rid of them in 2 for some reason, and now, you know, it's just like, oh, that's a shame. But, you know, I'm also like a huge amiibo fanboy over here, so I look for any excuse to get them into games. Because, like, it's weird. They won't let them die, but they also don't use them. Or at least they don't use them as much in the West as they do in Japan.
They also keep launching ones that specifically target games I like.
Yeah.
I got Xenoblade ones, like it's always Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest. Honestly, like the Switch or Smash Bros. DLC was targeted towards me because I was like, I beat Persona 5, they added Joker. I beat Dragon Quest, they added the hero. I beat the Kingdom Hearts, I finally went through that whole series. They added Sora. And
You beat
Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah. It's just like I think I was going to open up a hotline and say like, hey, if you want a character in Smash, just like pay me a certain amount and I'll beat that game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like it was a lot of like, here's some RPG guys, have fun.
Yeah.
Which, like, I mean, we'll take it. That's cool. I have to wonder, do you think these characters would return if they were to do another one?
It might be too much to ask at this point.
Well, to be fair, I feel like Sakurai probably doesn't ever want to touch Smash Bros. Again, but
I don't believe it was stressful.
But that was like, I think the best time of the Switch's lifespan was doing those reveal trailers. And
oh yeah, people would get predictions ready every time they were doing a direct. Which Smash character was going to be announced?
It was just such a good time. There was so much camaraderie for it, and then it's just like, now it's done.
Yeah,
and there might never be another title again.
Or Switch 2, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, I think they should give us like a Brawl-esque game where maybe it's like a smaller roster, but there's like a story or something. That's not World of Light. You know what? Actually, screw it. They should not do another Smash Brothers. I think they should make a Nintendo-themed RPG where you have to play with the different characters from their various franchises.
Yeah.
And then maybe they should also, I don't know, co-sign and get a couple extra ones from other people. Because, like, it was really hype when we got Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. It'd be really cool if we could, like, see him again, but in, like, an RPG format.
Or it totally worked, too, based on his gimmicks.
Yeah.
You can totally see that.
I don't know. I think Nintendo has a lot of IPs, and I think they want to try to do stuff. And I think they should try to do other genres at this point.
Yeah, bring back Balloon Kid.
Who's Balloon Kid?
Oh, yeah, I remember now. It's pretty much the game where you just pop with a balloon. Wasn't it 2-player too?
Yeah.
I don't know why you said that. I was thinking Bubble Bobble.
Surprisingly complicated, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I had a thought cross my mind. I want your opinions on this. An Animal Crossing style game, but instead of like animal villagers, it's Nintendo characters.
Huh.
So you could like invite Kirby to stay on your island or whatever, and then like you could try to get Mario to hang out.
I could see it. Like, there's enough characters that people love. They could do something with that.
And if you wanted to have like keeping to Animal Crossing where it's like a limited number of homes can be built, you could probably have enough characters from each one of like, oh, I only like Mario, so I'm only gonna have Mario characters, and that'd just be fine.
Yeah.
Kirby might be a little tough. I feel like there's only like 5 characters, but again, they have enough IPs, enough stuff. It would just be interesting to see them do more.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I don't know, putting Samus in like Mario Kart would be sick. But, you know, at that point, it's like, I feel like sometimes it's just desperation that I want these things. Well, lads, this was a ton of fun.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Future Patrick here. Unfortunately, there was no outro properly recorded, so here it is. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed, please like or comment. Honestly, if you want to, subscribe. I will be trying to put these out at least a little more regularly. If you have any recommendations for topics you'd like to hear in future podcast episodes, please let me know in the comments below. And once again, thank you.